Amen. Put your hands together like this. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Anybody want to press to the mark? Anybody really want to press to that mark? Come on, let me sing. Said I'm pressing. Not too loud. For the mark. For the prize of the high calling in Jesus Christ. Said I'm pressing, Lord, for the mark, for the prize of the high calling in Jesus Christ. Say it again. I'm pressing for the mark, for the prize of the high calling in Jesus Christ. Say sing a verse right here. The weight of the world, it gets heavy sometimes. With so much trouble in my life, I would have lost my mind. But I won't get discouraged. Said I won't be afraid. I'ma keep holding on. I'ma keep the faith. Heavy sometimes. With so much trouble in my life, I would have lost my mind. But I won't get discouraged. Say I won't be afraid. I'ma keep holding on. I'ma keep the faith. For the prize of the high in Jesus Christ. Is it all right?
Keep on pressing.
Is it all right?
Keep on pressing.
If I let Terrell sing
on.
Is it all right, y'all? Yeah. Is it all right?
Keep on pressing.
If I let Terrell sing Terrell,
on.
come on and help me sing. Boy, you better sing this song.
Keep on pressing.
I'll keep on pressing.
Keep on pressing.
I'll keep on pressing.
Keep on pressing on.
I'll keep pressing on. No matter what comes my way, I'll press. I know somebody can lift their hand.
Yes, sir.
Lord, I'll press on.
I'll press on.
I'll press on.
I'll press on.
Lord, I'll press on.
Keep on pressing.
No matter what comes
Keep
my
on
way,
pressing.
Lord, I'll press on.
Keep on pressing.
I'll press.
Yes, I will.
I'll press on if I have to press
Yes,
on.
I will.
I'll keep pressing.
Keep pressing on.
I'll keep pressing.
Keep on pressing.
I'll keep pressing.
Keep on pressing.
Hey, family, come on in, everybody. Everybody, come on in today. It was a great day, and y'all know me. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are going to rejoice and be glad in it. Listen, do me a favor, share, tear. Share this video with your followers now. Y'all, excuse me tonight. Share this video with your followers now. As I always say, you have 5,000 friends. I have 5,000 friends. That's a total of 10,000 people that can potentially see this video. Listen, y'all, we have some guests. They are family of ours. It's going to be awesome tonight. While we are talking to them, I am going to do my thank yous. I am now just catching up to everybody. Still haven't really caught up to the messages on Facebook and Instagram, but I'm doing the best I can. So make sure that you all pop in tonight. It is going to be awesome. Bishop Jones is here. Bishop, how are you? You got to unmute your mic, though.
I am doing well, and I'm excited about it. I am still tired, still sleepy, but it's a good tired. It's a good sleepy because G3 actually brought it.
You know what, Bishop? I'm still G3 pumped. I'm still on the high from G3 and what transpired throughout those 4 days. It was totally awesome, and I'm just thankful to God that as you always say, as we always say, I just want to be necessary, and so I'm forever grateful, and I want to thank God for my brother. Y'all show some hearts for my brother, my friend. He is also family. He is none other than John P. Baker. Dr. JB is what I call him, a.k.a. JB the Great. Is on live with Paul's Management. I'm telling y'all, it is awesome. What's up, JB?
Man, how you doing, Prophet Giles? I'm like Bishop, man. I'm tired and sleepy, but it's that G3, man, that's got me pumped. You know what I mean?
all of us. I'm telling you, all of us. Hey, family, for those of y'all that are coming in, we are about to bring our guests on. I enjoyed the pray to God. Yes, 2022 has already begun. I believe 2022 was already in the making while 2021 was still going on. So
absolutely.
Yes, definitely pray for us. Thank y'all to all of you that came to G3. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. The G3 team, Bishop, Lady Giles, Fred Jr., Lady Teresa, Ernestine, John P. Baker, all of us, we want to thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your prayers, your love, your seeds that you have sown. I believe that this year's conference was the start to the next year. And so I'm forever grateful. I'm forever thankful for what God is doing, what God has done. It was just awesome. So I just want to start off here from Friday morning. Friday morning, everybody know we had the showcase. We had people come from Maryland. We had Bishop. We had people in the room from Chicago. They were coming from not only the East Coast but also the West Coast. And many groups came to support. Many groups that wasn't on to sing, they just showed up. And one thing I love about it is that not only did the groups show up to support, but they also pushed every artist that got up there. And that's one thing that I love. It wasn't about competition. It wasn't about who can out-squall who. It was just simply us groups coming to showcase what God is doing in their ministry. And so with that, I wanted everybody to know Giles had nothing to do with who won. I believe I was still making airport runs to go and pick up our guests. So I was in and out, so I never went and looked at the tally sheets. I still haven't looked at the tally sheet. I think I asked Pastor Alonzo the other day, man, I need to see y'all score sheets because I have yet to see anybody's. And so without further ado, I want to introduce and present this year's G3 2021 showcase winners, and that is none other, all the way from Houston, Texas. You saw the video. That was none other than New Generation of Houston, Texas. Hey, family, how y'all doing?
Good evening. Good evening. How you doing?
All is well. All is well. Listen, we are so proud, and y'all know I say this privately, but I also say it publicly, how godly proud I am of all of you, because you guys really, really showed, number one, that God is in the midst of your group. Number two, God's hand is on y'all. Number three, I just believe any day where there's anointing will beat out talent any day. And so with that showcase, you guys showcase anointing. And I just believe that's God does things strategically for that person for that reason. So I am so proud of you all. I'm thankful to God for you all. I want to give a shout out to every other artist that came and performed, and we'll get to that later. But I did want to bring you guys on to publicly celebrate our 2021 G3 Quartet Revival Showcase winners. So I'm super proud of y'all.
Thank you. Yeah, congratulations, New Generation.
To God be the glory.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
So, would y'all do me a favor, and anybody can answer this, because I want the groups that was not there or that was hesitant this year to know, what was y'all experience like during that showcase? How was it from start to finish, from before y'all got on the stage to when y'all was on the stage to after y'all got off the stage? How was your G3 showcase experience?
Well, I guess I can answer. Did you all want to answer?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I can answer because yeah. See, the thing is, I was glad to be present. Number one, as I've always, I always like to support you all, what you all are doing, because it is a great work. It is a great ministry that you all are doing, and you know, I love to be in the house. So here's my thing. I was glad just to be there, number one, and to enjoy each night. I didn't make it Thursday and Friday due to work circumstances and other things, but the time that I did make it, which was that Friday night and the Friday morning, actually, and then too, I didn't want to just be there from the time that we sung. Right. My whole thing is about being there to support everybody, because that's what it's about, supporting everybody. And I enjoyed each artist that got up and they did it in their own way, you know. And the thing about it, and I can speak, I believe, for New Generation, it wasn't about competition. It wasn't about none of that, but it was about all of us coming together to support one another in this quartet ministry that we do. So I enjoyed it all. And as I've always, even when we got up to sing, I was definitely nervous. I still get nervous. Even after all the time that I sing, I still get nervous. And we prayed before, and our mindset, our goal was to not come up there for entertainment. Our goal was to glorify God. And that's exactly what we did. So the experience was amazing. And then
let me piggyback on that. My experience started on the day that we actually had to sing, and just like, if anybody know New Generation, we try to get there on time when we're supposed to be on time. We try to dress in uniform, like like we agreed. That's what we was gonna be. That was our thing. We was gonna always be uniform and together, and we was gonna support everybody that sang. Whether we was first or last, we was gonna be there until the end.
Correct.
Unless somebody had to go to work, unless somebody had those children circumstances, whatever, we was gonna support everybody. And again, like Alonzo was saying, our mindset, and Jones could tell you when he was at practice, we wasn't there for the showcase. We wasn't there for the competition side. We were there solely to represent God and to sing and to enjoy ourselves and to support our brothers in ministry. But my experience when I was there was there were a lot of different groups out there that were really, really good. There were some people that I had not heard in a long time There were some people I heard that have kind of fine-tuned what they were doing, including Men of Purpose. I want to congratulate them. Even runners up, those guys were amazing.
Yes, they were.
Those guys were amazing, and I even touched bases with them at that evening program, that night program, or the midnight musical. I just want personally that whatever that they were doing, I really enjoyed it. And y'all know me, I'm not gonna just say it to nobody that ain't sounding good or that's not trying to present well. But these guys really, man, they sounded good to me. But there's just like a lot of different groups, you know. Layla Treese singing behind her own tracks. The gentleman, I don't know his name, I sowed a seed into him because I saw his ministry and what he was trying to do.
Brother Clifton
The
Davis.
gentleman from out of town. What you say?
Clifton Dennis.
Clifton Dennis. Dennis, I'm sorry, Clifton Dennis.
Yeah,
so
all in around, I want to say I can't even give you a number of how much I feel like I sold that day, but I feel like every time God laid on my heart to sow, whether it was into the ministry for G3, whether it's to that gentleman, whether it's to whatever it was, whether it's to my brother can say, that day I probably sold a pretty bit of money, but the goal was he led me to do it, and the anointing that was in that place, everything was just awesome. And I even told Prophet, next year, nobody had to tell me nothing, nobody had to pay me nothing. The promotion that I'm gonna put into it myself because of what I saw when I was there for one day, and that night is gonna be crazy. And God already told me, and I released to them that it's gonna be bigger and better than what they've ever done moving forward. That's just my experience.
You did. You
Yeah.
really did. Miss Bay.
Well, my experience, I was excited just to be there. It was an awesome experience when I walked in the door, and I was super excited just because, okay, number one, we had to sing, and I'm always love to sing, and I was excited as far as that. So when we got there, I actually took off work because I didn't want to miss anything. I didn't want to be late. I wanted to make sure I was on point and on time. So when we got there and everything started, I was amazed at all of the artists that were there. They did an awesome job. And I tell you what, even that night, I was so pumped. I was so pumped. I didn't get tired until Sunday night, because the adrenaline was just wow. And I was wowed by everything. And both you, Prophet, and Lady Giles, man, just awesome. And I was so excited, just like I said, just to be included. And it was such an experience that those who missed it really missed a treat. And I would advise them not to miss next year, because it was a blessing through the whole thing, and that night when we got up to, I tell you, the Men of Purpose, I really loved their togetherness, because they brought it on. They really did, both that morning and that night, they brought it on, and they were so awesomely good, and again, we weren't expecting to go there to win anything. We just wanted to present God. Correct. Which I was, telling, okay, we're not going to be too loud. Okay, make sure you eye contact, and I was trying to, coach him. It's like, just whatever it is, let's just do it how God gave it to us. Let me
say one more thing before we move on. And this has to also do with the experience and from what we would encourage other groups to do. Going to a type of event like that, where you're sitting amongst a panel of people that have been there, that have done it, that have been all over the world. This was something we've been to, maybe one or two showcases in our life. One of them was with George Dean, one of them was with Harvey, and this one. And when I tell you the way that it was set up, I really took this one more than the other two, because the other two seemed more like competition. This one was more so of really constructive criticism of how to help and how to be attentive. And what we did was, and they can tell you, the bad negative mark that we got was for our mom to put on some clothes, right? And that was what was said. We went right. We left there. We went to the store and we bought her a whole new wardrobe for that night. Y'all probably didn't see it or didn't notice it, but we took the constructive criticism and we applied it, which is what I encourage all groups to do when giving constructive criticism. It's not to hurt you or be mean or to talk about you. It's only to help. And when you take that criticism and you apply it, it can only take you up from there. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I definitely want to say this again publicly. Shout out to Men of Purpose as well, because from what I've learned, that my wife said that it was only between 1 point. It was only between 1 point, and that is so awesome. But the thing I love about it, y'all, is that we all came together, right?
Yeah.
That was the major thing that I love, and I'm sure Lady Giles will join us here shortly. But I'm sure she'll say the same thing: is that just the love that was in the room. It wasn't about competition, but it was really about everybody coming in to showcase what God is doing. Yeah. And so I just want to open up. Bishop, you have any questions for our 2021 winners? Before you do that, let me just say what New Generation won. Number one, of course, they was featured on the Midnight Musical. Number two, they will be the featured artist of the month for the month of December for Building Bridges to the Bahamas and Beyond radio show. They will also receive a free music video. Also, they will also be featured on Hines International Media Network with Chris Hines, as well as Dr. Archie Harrison, BGN TV Network Magazine. They're going to be busy, let's just say, for the next several months. And also, they receive 6 months of free consultation from that man right up there. Applause, management. Quentin Samuels is on here, a free music video. What? Yes, sir. I'm sorry, y'all pray for Q. Y'all pray for him, but it is going to be, hey baby, it is going to be awesome. So, Bishop, any questions for our 2021 video? Because I did. And for those of you that don't know, Q is actually the one that will be doing the music video. Quentin Samuels, digital aspects, video concepts or media concepts. I hope I'm not butchering your name, bro. But they will get that free music video, so y'all are going to see more and more and more of New Generation. Bishop?
All right. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you all. You brought it like I knew you could. But what I want to know, was it interesting enough to each of you to keep coming back, or was it just a one-night experience? You won, you showcased that night. How do you feel about it now? And would you recommend it to on your website and whatever else you have? Would you recommend it to new artists across the globe?
I'm definitely coming back. I'm definitely coming back. Even if we're not on the showcase, on the program, I'm definitely coming back, not only just for support, but, to encourage the other groups that what we received, it actually came through. You know how some people say, oh, y'all, you can get this. Yeah, you can win this. And some things never come to pass. But these groups can actually get to that next level of business, because, there is a business aspect of this. And I feel as if, us being who we are, us encouraging, as many people as we can, advertising, marketing, promoting it, is going to be, beneficial not only to G3, but to us too, to help encourage the next group to come up.
Right.
I can piggyback definitely off of that. Yes, if the Lord's will, I definitely will be in the house because I enjoyed everything, and I will recommend groups because just like Brother Antoine said that, most people talk, they say, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and some people don't come through. But the fact that you all said what you said and then you all are following through, that makes a big difference. But just overall, just for the program itself, it is phenomenal. And I would encourage anybody to be a part of it because you're doing something and it's for the glory of God. So I would definitely.
And it's like you're making a move forward as opposed to you're like Alonzo said, you're doing something, and it's to help, not to hurt or not to put anybody else down, but it's to help. And if others would join in, they could be helped as well. I really enjoyed it. I hate that I missed the Thursday, and I think it was the Wednesday and Thursday. I hate that I missed those days, but I had to work that Wednesday, so I wasn't able to I don't think I was able to go that Wednesday, but that Thursday, I wish I had have gone. I really wish I had have gone, but of course there's always next year, and I certainly will be promoting. And when something pops up on my page, I'll share, because it's important to get the word out, because just like Prophet Giles said, he has 5,000 friends. I have 5,000 friends. That's not on his page. Okay, well, let me share it to those who can get out. And it was so awesome. I'm still, I still have to catch myself. Wow, that was awesome. And every time I think about it, it's like, it was a very new experience. That was awesome. I love it.
Ms. Babe, I wanted to hold you from answering that because I wanted to shock the whole nation. People think that you are one of those fellas is your husband. They think one of those, all three of them are your brothers. Would you tell the whole world?
Oh, no.
You have to those young men?
No, those are my sons. They are not my husband. They are not my boyfriend. They are not my
no.
No, those are my sons. Oh my goodness. But now I tell you what, Alonzo is my actual bodyguard. So yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's me. Me and him are just ace boom cool. We go everywhere together. So when you have something, he'll tell me, hey, did you know Bishop was having? No, when is it? Well, it's such and so and so. I was thinking about going. Okay, I'm going. So we travel together. So yeah, those are my sons.
JB, any questions for our 2021 showcase winners?
Well, congratulations to you all. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate G3 and their staff?
Don't tell us.
12.
Wow.
I like the answer because I was surely going to say that too. Beyond exceptional. Man.
Yes, beyond exceptional.
Yeah.
They put their all in it, and you can tell because of the way things. And if you look at it, it flowed it just flowed, and it was just so totally awesome, So I mean, I loved it. Even the Church Girls That Rock, I love it. The things that they're doing, it's an awesome move of God, and I keep telling Lady Giles, listen, Lecky, let me know what you need me to do. I'll do it. You just call me, let me know. So I'm saying again, publicly, whatever you all need me to do, please call me. Let me know. I'm not doing it for recognition or anything like that. I can stay behind the scenes. I just want to help do something. I want to be a part of something that's moving forward and elevating, because of the blessings that God is bestowing. Okay, well, I want to be a part of that, even if I catch a crumb, of that blessing. I want it.
To answer the question, I rated a 10. I rated a 10 just because whatever we needed, and if you're talking about on a musician level, on a artist level, when you're going into a setup, our setup is unique. If you don't have it already kind of mapped out, planned out, we won't have everything we needed. So they made sure that we had everything we needed. Everything was moved to the appropriate place. We sing and play. So a lot of groups already have their own musicians in the corner and a stage with mics. We need a specific setup. We had everything we needed. We sounded good. The sound man knew exactly, he asked me what I needed in my monitor. He fixed it. So when we hit stage, everything was good.
Okay.
So from my point of view, I rated a 10. If it was anything less than that, I'd give you an honest rating. But I heard everything I needed to hear. I heard all the voices in the mics. I rated a 10.
And Applause Management is ready to work with New Generation. So hopefully you guys are ready to work. Because I'm telling you, hey, when I step on stage, it's showtime.
That's right.
We already
and the maximum effect of an excuse is 0.
Exactly. No,
Yes, sir.
That's it. I want to give a shout out to Quentin Samuels again, because he was a part of our media team. He was the head honcho when it came to anything video, as well as Fred Jones Jr. and Brother Dale on the sound. And one thing I love about them, every night between Dale and Jones and Q, they went above and beyond to make sure everything was in place. I'm telling you, even while I was gone, they were still, hey, I got to do this. Hey, I got to make sure this done. So I want to public shout them out, especially Brother Q and Brother Dale and Jones specifically, because they went above and beyond. And then, you guys kind of alluded to it here a few minutes ago, is that I'm sure everybody can agree that when every artist got up there, everybody sounded the same.
Yes, they did.
We can all agree upon that. There was no mics being cut off. There was nobody turning this way up and doing this and, exactly. Around with the system. No.
Hey, so they bet not have done that after Sister Gloria Cooks did her poem.
I'm telling you.
Sister Gloria Cook's poem was straight up talking about that.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Everybody, that's it, Elder. Everybody sounded the same. And that's one thing we preach. That's one thing. It is a pet peeve of mine. You really want to get my blood boiling, as some of the older people would say, mess with the sound system like that. Because I just feel like, when we go to, especially to showcases, and you have the people that are in the room like that, we have to be able to hear properly. I don't want Bishop to be, hey, I can't hear what he's saying. They need to turn that mic up. I can't hear this person. So, I'm just forever, I'm sorry, Bishop. I'm just forever grateful for Brother Dale and for Brother Jones and my brother Quentin Samuels. And it was phenomenal. So let me ask you all this. If anybody wants to get in touch with New Generation, how can they do that?
Okay. Well, I can give my number, and Alonzo too. You can give your number, so you can contact me or Alonzo.
My number. Okay, my number is 832-368-1125.
Okay, and
Alonzo and Babe, give them our website, our Twitter, our Instagram.
Thank you, brother.
My phone number is 832-971-2731. Okay, my email address is realgospelmusic@gmail.com. Okay, realgospelmusic@gmail.com.
Okay. My email is Mr. MR, all lowercase, Stewart, STEWART, the number 7 @yahoo.com. Yes.
All right. So is New Generation on Facebook? Are you guys on Instagram or Twitter, because you know, in these times, you know, most people, you know, before they even want to come book you, the first thing they want to do is look at what you do on your social media page, and I think that goes with any promoter. Before they call you or want to book you or whoever they are, they're drawn to your Facebook, your social media. So, is there any social media for a New Generation?
There is. We have YouTube, New Generation Gospel 2005. That is our YouTube, I believe, where you can go and.
We have a Facebook page. We also have an Instagram page. Alonzo, do you have the Instagram names?
The Instagram, I do not have it on handy right now.
Yeah, I don't have it on hand either.
I know we have Facebook and YouTube.
We're still learning. We're still learning. Forgive us.
So here's what I need everybody that's watching, because I think we're up to about 25, 30 across YouTube and Facebook pages. So we have about 30. It's steady going up. So let's just say about 35 right now watching. So I need all 35 of y'all watching to go on Facebook and just type in New Generation of Houston, Texas. They should pop up. You go to YouTube, that is New Generation 2005. All of their contact information is on the screen for those of you that would like to book New Generation. I'm so proud of y'all. Houston proud, Texas proud. God is doing some wonderful things. Is there anything that you would like to, because we do have a lot of up and coming artists, and we do have artists that are on here right now. Is there anything that you all want to encourage the artists with? Any, you know, what would that encouragement be? You know, to any artist and every artist that are watching, whether they are just stepping on the scene or they've been on the scene. And some people are saying, Quartet, we've been on the slab. You know, what would your encouragement word be to them?
My encouragement to anybody, and this doesn't just go transcends from quartet to choir to ministers to preachers to anybody who call themselves singing and preaching God's word, is to try to live the lifestyle that you sing. Nobody's perfect, but when you repent and you still attempt to live the lifestyle that you sing about, it makes a difference in your ministry. Even if I can't sing, me personally, I don't have roles and turns like everybody else does, but I know for a fact before I sing it's genuine and it's pure. So my encouragement to everybody is to keep God first, keep prayer into your group and into your ministry, and try to live the lifestyle that you sing.
Yeah, and my encouragement would be to don't quit, even when it looks like nothing is happening, even when it looks like nobody's calling you for bookings or nobody's trying to hear what you've got to say. Keep praying, keep moving forward, but keep believing that God has a plan for you, even though you may not see it, even though you may not, you know, your confidence may have gone down. No, keep that confidence. Continue to keep going and moving forward. Don't quit. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't give up. Don't stop. Keep going.
Well, I tell you what, they didn't already said it, but because that's I was gonna say the same thing with what he said. The lifestyle. That's the number one thing. The singing, that's only part of it. The lifestyle is what really makes the difference. And I believe that if you live the lifestyle and remain faithful, I believe then God will elevate you and put you in places that you wouldn't even think of. And I would say stay faithful to your practice. Stay faithful to your practice. Stay faithful to prayer. Nobody has ever mentioned about a group that prays. You know, we make sure we pray before every time we sing.
Yeah.
So, and I would say to encourage all of you, every artist out there, you make sure you pray, and not just when you go to sing, but make sure you pray and doing devotion at home. Amen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop right there.
And stay humble. Stay humble. Don't get the big head. Stay humble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Humbleness. Yes.
That's
Makes
important.
It appears to me that all of you have a real sense of what has to be done. I want to
Yes.
say this to all of you. When God doesn't open a door, he wants you to stay behind the one closed until you perfect what you're going to do when that door does open. You're going to be called to many different cultures. You have to rehearse in that manner. What if we were here? What if we were there? How do we reach out to the people? It takes a lot of work other than I'm just going to sing and we going to do this. No, God teach us how to entreat every open door and to do it professionally and as Prophet Giles said, with excellence.
With excellence, you got to have excellence.
Let me say this. That is great wisdom because we definitely have to be ready to be teachable as far as in different cultures.
Yeah,
because we can go and do our thing, but if we're not reaching them, it's almost like we're wasting our time. But that is great wisdom on what you said. Lord, teach us, and I'm gonna add that to my prayer and to our group. You know, teach us, Lord, how to adapt to the different cultures.
For sure. And, you know, God has He has given me a dream, and when they were little. And I'm still holding to that. You know, God has let me know that as they were growing up, that they would become more than what they were. And I'm still believing that. I've never told them that, but I'm still believing that. So I'm just being patient, waiting on God to do his work. I can't rush God. So I'm waiting on God to do his work. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it. I really am. Just super excited.
I want to know what got you all started, because one thing I'm learning is that most groups and other artists like to hear where other artists came from. What got you going? What made you want to get into quartet or just get into the gospel music industry? And then on top of that, you all are family, so it's like a double whammy. You know, you not only have to do a family, but we also do ministry together. So
there's a lot of. Go ahead. There's a lot of variables that went to us ending up where we are now. Part of those variables were, one, we come from a singing, preaching family off top. Number two, my mom started us walking to the bus stop, singing to the bus drivers and people on the bus when we were little, walking to the Fifth Ward Multi-Service Center where she worked, singing for some of the quartet programs at a young age. Number three, after having our own little group with her and then growing up and expanding past that, you know, singing with our cousins, you know, we moved past that, singing with, you know, Men for Christ, moved past that, and then came back into our own as just the brothers singing. We had a few cousins playing, and then after Mario kind of transitioned out to as a honorary member because he's working all the time, we brought Babe in as a solid vocalist that was already infused in our group in the very, very beginning. She was the first one that even got us started. Bringing her back into the fold is where we are now, keeping us as family, number one, and putting us right in the quartet with a twist, as we like to say, in that very line. So that's all those things kind of happened to where we actually came back to being a quartet family group.
Yeah, but where they started, in actuality, they started when Alonzo, he was about 4, Marcus was 5, Antoine was 7, Mario was 9. And I was singing in the kitchen, and I imagine they heard me because they were singing, and I kept hearing them sing. So I walked to the door of the room and I kept singing. Right then, I heard the harmony. I have no clue how they knew which voice to sing in, but they were playing with their toys, but they were singing. And right then I said, Lord God. And he said, that's your group. And I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna hold you to that. And like he said, as they were growing up, they had musicals at the Fifth Ward Multi-Service Center where I work. And at that time, Miss Pauline McNeil heard us sing, you know, because they had musicals there. And she said, oh, what's the name of y'all group? We don't have a group. We just was singing. She said, I want you to come back here. And she actually just infused us into the program. And she said, I want y'all to hear these children. You know, this is the mother and they children. And we sang. We were singing a cappella at that time. And so we had the harmony, we had the voices, and I was praying and thanking God because that was an opportunity for God to show me, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going to do, but you have to still cultivate. So, you know, being a single parent, you know, it was like, okay, I've got to make sure these guys don't get into any bad issues, you know, and it was hard, but I was faithful. And I thank God for what he has done, because they've stayed out of trouble. They stayed out of trouble, and I'm grateful to God for that.
I got a question. Who's the leader of the group?
Alonzo is the leader.
Okay.
That's the lead singer. That's the lead man.
Okay.
Pastor Zoe. The only man that I know can get happy in less than 10 seconds.
Hey man, that's genuine happy and genuine tears, and that's vouch for me to y'all. That ain't no act, it ain't no game, it ain't no show. That's Alonzo's genuine heart to y'all.
That is actual facts. This conversation that me and Alonzo have in person and on the phone, and I don't know who worse, me or him. You know, it's facts, you know, and that's one thing I love about all of you all. Antoine is preaching, he just haven't done it legally yet.
Right?
Y'all pray for her. But seriously, in all seriousness, you guys, what you did at G3 was simply amazing, because it takes a lot, and y'all hear me, this is very serious. It takes a lot for any artist to go in front of any panel of people that have done this or still doing this, or that can help you expand your reach to that next level. So it's always hard to get on stage, you know, and to minister to people while yet and still, you know, that there's people critiquing what you do.
Right.
So I just want to thank you all again for, because I know, when you have people like Dr. John P. Baker, my Bishop Fred Jones Sr., you know, just with those two alone, you know, they can be something else.
Yeah.
in a good way. You know, Bishop would tell you something so nicely. You know, you have to look back and be like, wait a minute, did he just say what I okay? That's Bishop. And John, you know, same way. Then when you have people like Lady Tanya Perry with Three Sons Management, we also had Bishop James Burton, Gwen Atkins, Chris Hines, and then Daryl Luster from Malaco. So it's safe to say.
When I saw Chris on the panel, I got a little nervous. You want to know why? Chris has always been a critical person when it came to music because of his producing. And I used to play for them long time ago. And he was the first person that made me play in a studio with a drum set without any tom, no toms and one cymbal. So he was always very critical. So when I saw him, I was like, oh man. But it was good to see that group of panel. Miss Tanya is a jewel. I told her even on Facebook, like people that's afraid to talk and open their mouths to some of the people that was on that panel, do not be afraid to open up and ask questions. if they have the time and availability, they will reach out and converse with people who invest in themselves or who's not afraid to even step out and ask questions. Because man, I'm telling you, these people are genuine and real. If you don't like what they say, that's on you how you take it. But everything that they say can help.
Yeah, sure.
Brother Dale is on that did the sound, and since he's on, I just want us to really just give him one more shout out while he's on here, and him and Fred Jones Jr. on that sound. My brothers, thank y'all. We gave you a shout out before, but since you only had to do it again, yeah. So I just know, it's not a hard thing. It's not an easy thing to do when it's time to get up on the panel and try to sing and minister to people, but then at the same time be in front of those type of panelists. And I think, I think it's safe to say, I really haven't checked the record, but I think that was the first time something of this capacity was done in the city of Houston, Texas, for Quartet.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, not only was it, revival information, but it was something positive. And
right.
I don't think y'all realize this, but you had, I think, Antoine, you mentioned George Dean. George Dean was actually sitting in the back while y'all was singing. George Dean
and his brother.
They were all in there. Bishop Bolton was sitting in the back. LW.
Yes, they were.
So you had legitimate people on all phases of it who were not on the platform that were really listening and really, really enjoyed you all. And that's one thing that George Dean mentioned, that you all had a unique sound. You wasn't too loud. You really took that, as he would say, you really took that those songs to heart and really took it and made people how did he say it, eat what you was giving them.
Yeah.
And so, when it's always a blessing when you can get people like that to really give you some great feedback. So again, I want to thank you all for coming on tonight and just being a part of this, because you all did not have to. And I thank every artist that was a part of the showcase. For it to be our first year, I think it went over well.
You did.
For the showcase. I think Daryl Luster with Malaco looked at the paper. Of course, he's like, man, this is so professional. It's all laid out. I don't have to do nothing. So it's always good, when people can give you some great feedback. But and it's only going to get better and better and better. I told Bishop and John P. Baker 2022 has already begun, and I didn't even know it. Just the things, phone calls.
Yeah, can I say this also? I would encourage every person that is watching those classes. Oh my goodness! Not just the showcase, not just each night, but those classes. Those are very informative, amazing classes.
Yes.
So in depth, and they talk. I mean, it is just phenomenal, and I would encourage everybody.
I would too.
Not doing nothing, I would say make time to come.
Yes,
because the issue is that everyone loves to get up and sing and showcase their talent, but nobody wants to do the groundwork in learning how to do it.
That's
exactly.
And I believe it's very important that you soak up all that wisdom, because the people that are giving the wisdom have experience.
Yes.
And they're genuine, they're real. So they're sharing things that can help the upcoming artists to come up and say, you know what, let me handle my business to do it the right way and not just doing it for entertainment.
Exactly. And I say as well, the classes that, I attended, at first I really thought it was going to be boring and everybody was just going to be sitting around and talking, but I was really surprised and amazed. Like, wait a minute, they're sharing some backstage information, and it's like, wow. And one of the classes I wanted to make a point one of the classes, one of the ladies was saying about what some of the other women were wearing, right? Well, like Antoine said, we left there, we went to the store to get me an outfit. There was a blouse that Antoine pulled off the rack, and he said, nope, and he put it back. And I said, wait a minute, that's the color that we're wearing. He said, no, you're not wearing that. Put it back. Okay. So it was like, it wasn't like he was trying to tell me what to do, but he was telling me in so many words, the same thing the ladies were saying. Don't wear just anything. Present yourself, right, in a godly manner. And when Antoine said that, and he said, no, it's see-through, put it back. Oh, okay. And so I immediately put it back. All right.
I told so Antoine was a preacher. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, so it was my people would say, well, ain't that your son? Why is he telling you what to do? No, I'm a member of the group.
Yeah,
I'm a member of
that's
the group.
Important.
Yes. So when you said, no, don't wear that. You're not going to get that. Put that back. Do this one instead. It's like, okay, I have to listen. Right. Because it's a representation of the group. He knows what he's talking about. So, okay, here, I'm going to follow what you're saying. So it was really important when the ladies said, present yourself. Don't have your stuff all out. Don't have your things too short. And, and I was like, I'm glad that we have that type of relationship, that I don't have an attitude about it. He tells me, no, don't wear that. You're going to put this on. No, don't put that on because that don't look right. Okay. So it is important how you present yourself,
Miss Babe, and I tell you this, that will take you further than you ever thought. Alexis is my baby girl, but she's the lead singer. If she say, we're not gonna open up with your song, give you all the praise, I go back and get the camera and go to video. I don't say, well, I'm your daddy and I won't know whatever, right. John, the MD, whatever they want. Now I may suggest, consider this because it's going to work, and they'll do that. But far as song selections and all of that, me and Prophet, we don't get in the way. We just hit what we supposed to hit and watch God do what He gonna do. So I really applaud you for that. Because Antoine will help everybody except one person that I know, but I ain't gonna hold it against him.
Bishop, don't do me like that.
And Miss Babe, thank you for not being a distraction, because women can wear some things that can be a distraction to the group. Right. You guys are up there to minister, exactly, and to give the word. So thank you for not being a distraction. Well, we already got enough of that as it is.
That's Antoine. I follow his direction when he says about what to wear, because I don't want to be an embarrassment to the group. I don't want to be one of those flaunty women that they won't let me. They won't let me. So I'm good.
Hey guys, what I also kind of want to pinpoint. Every group is different, right? Everybody has to know their strengths and their weaknesses. So we all know our places when it comes to, I know I do arrangement. We know Marcus may write music. Babe write music. Alonzo picks the order of songs, and we kind of don't step out those lines. Right. For us to work like we work, to make the different style type of music that we make, and for it to click, we family, so we may have some disputes or arguments or whatever, backstory stuff. But when it's all said and done, I know my lane. I kind of stay in my lane. Everybody know what their strength is. They kind of stay in their lane, and it works at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something me and Prophet Giles were we was having multiple conversations, and I was saying, man, as a group, whether you're family or not, everybody has their own lane. And if you don't stay in your own lane, what normally happens when you come out your lane? Can anybody tell me?
Total chaos.
Not only total chaos, but you'll have a wreck. It'll be a wreck.
Yes.
And you don't want that. So it's good that everybody knows their lane, stays in their lane.
Right.
Once that happens, hey, it's smooth sailing.
It is.
You sell it. And I think it's so important because you can run the same race but be in different lanes.
Yeah.
You can.
So in the same direction.
If you guys are track people, you have seen one
Yes.
team. They one team, but they're all in different lanes.
Mm-hmm.
They still win the race because it's just a fine-tuned machine. And I can vouch for Bishop. I can vouch for myself. You know, Bishop not coming on the scene. Hey, I'm the Bishop. We're gonna do this song. If we don't do this song, ain't nobody singing. You know,
Right.
halftime Bishop not even around. You know, when some of that is going on. You know, it's always my wife, and I don't tell Jones we need to play this because I'm the prophet. The Lord said. No, they'll probably the Lord send me back on that bus or wherever we got there. But, I mean, it's true what they say that I think every group should have that. You know, everybody should have their own lane that they're in. It works better that way. You know, when you have a writer, you have, hey, I'm gonna put the songs together. Hey, I want to coordinate the music. So it works better that way. So everybody can seek God individually for what needs to be done during that time. So that is totally awesome. Dr. Randy Wells is on here, who is the radio host for Building Bridges to the Bahamas and Beyond. And so you guys will be hearing from him. I am glad December is just right around the corner. And when I tell y'all he is serious, when he says he's going to do something, when he says the artist is going to be featured, trust me, they are going to be featured and nobody else. John B. Baker can vouch as well.
Hey, absolutely. The whole month is New Generation.
Wow. That is so awesome.
And that is global.
Yes.
That is global.
That Randy Wells, I got a chance to meet him in person, and I tell you, that brother is he's a good brother. It was just I was elated to even meet him, and to be in the class with him. They sat on the panel, him, Bishop, and the other Bishop LW, and just listening from that wisdom, it was just amazing. So I'm glad to got to know him.
Can I drop this nugget real quick?
You heard me?
Listen, not because I manage them, but JFS has given everyone, because they are public and they're international and nationally, they've given the blueprint. I don't understand. It's almost like a fighter who watches another fighter. I don't understand why they don't watch the tape.
Right.
If you look at the Jones Family Singers, you should be taking notes. It's the blueprint.
I have been.
and people say, well, I don't understand why. All you gotta do is look at JFS. If you study them enough, you'll understand. Oh wow, that's the blueprint, and it's been there that whole time.
Yep, the whole time. I recognized it. You know, I had even when I first actually met Bishop and saw their group, I was an instant fan, and I followed them anywhere they were in Houston. I was there, you know, and I was an advocate, you know, because I saw what my family could be, you know, and I saw the togetherness, I saw the love, I saw the spiritualness of it and the realness, and I'm like, okay, well, I know that my family could do it, you know, so, you know, I know we can't be the Jones family, but we can at least be who we are with what we have. So how come we can't do that? You know, so yes, like you said, the blueprint, you know, so instead of saying, hey, let's be like them, no, I said, well, let's work on our group, you know. Right. And so we've been doing that. And I'm so thankful to God that, you know, we have that, you know, he blessed us with that ability, you know, because I didn't have the money to send them to school to learn how to play, but by the grace of God, they learned how to play and sing, you know. So it's like, well, Okay, the Jones family, the blueprint, they're right there. All we have to do is watch,
Now,
see, follow.
Now let me jump in here real quick. I'm gonna say this quick note. You're absolutely right, Mr. Baker. And I always tell Lady Giles this, that I admire her because when she gets on that floor, oh
Yes.
my goodness, she gives it her all 110%. And
Yes.
I say, man, look, that right there, I want to do that every single time. And so
Yes.
I admire her, you know, when they, especially, and not just her, but all of them, but because
All of them.
lead singer to lead singer, you know, she gives it all. And when I tell you that gives me enough admiration. And then when Bishop Jones come through there and he sing his song, oh my goodness, it's just a great duo. So look, when all of them get together, it's just amazing.
Yes, it is. Awesome, amazing. I love them.
Well, you know, I listen. I'm super excited. I can't wait to hear you all's music on building bridges to the Bahamas and beyond. I can't wait to see you guys on video with your brand new music video from Digital Aspects, and we are going to get that out to the world globally on all different platforms. Chris Hines network goes all over the country. Archie Harrison's BGN TV network goes all over the country, literally. And so I'm just excited about what God is doing, what God has done, what he's going to do. And Alonzo and Miss May, you both said yourself you were in that class, which I believe, Miss May, you were in the Women in Quartet session, while me and Alonzo and Bishop and John B was in the Quartet Preachers. And little did I know that y'all conversation was getting so good, just like ours was.
Right.
I mean, because I'm telling you the nuggets and just the knowledge that came from the bishops and Pastor Wells. I mean, it was awesome. And then when we prayed out and walked into the main ballroom, here y'all in the circle praying with Evangelist Tutu in the middle.
That's right.
Her and my wife and my sister Love and Evelyn Turntine Agee. And then see, and that's one thing I have to give Dr. George Dean credit, because he was right in that circle with y'all.
Yes,
praying.
he was.
He was right there praying. So it was just awesome. And I admonish everybody that's go ahead. Somebody finna say something?
No.
Okay. So I just just look up to people like George Dean and my bishop and John P. Baker, because the things that they did, this I'm just going to be honest, on the average, to go to something like that with these type of people, you have to pay about $500-600 just for a session, but here it was for free,
right.
Even the artists that were there, that song on the Showcase Friday, we told everybody, hey, everybody get free access to the classes, and so we want that informational piece to be the star. We want everybody to know the backside of the industry, as well as the revival aspect of it, because the revival was awesome. The words, the preachers, they were all awesome. And then to come to the showcase, the midnight musical, I mean, everything was so phenomenal. So I just want to let you all know that next year, I need for you guys to clear your schedule for the next year's showcase, because we are going to feature you all again as the 2021 pass winners to close us out for the showcase. So, again, we want to make sure that you all are being seen and being heard, and I'm just expecting great things from you all. I'm expecting God to do some wonderful things. That brother up there, John P. Baker, is one of the sharpest tools that you ever get. He is sharp. He's so sharp, he'll cut you if you let him. He's that. I say that jokingly, but I'm serious. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. He knows the industry. He knows the business, and I think he will be a great tool for you all. You all have him, let's just say it like this, for 6 months.
Yes.
I mean, get everything you can out of him. And
Yes.
so I'm just so happy for you guys. And before we go, we're going to close out with my song, my favorite song, and He Will Provide. But I wanted to, anybody else has any last words or any last thing you want to say before we get off of here, Brother Antoine Stewart? I appreciate you. I appreciate the word that you prophesied to me at the party on Sunday, because you wasn't there. He wasn't there. And he said the exact same words verbatim of what was spoken through the bishop on Saturday night. And he was not there. He was not there, and said the same thing verbatim and was not there. So I knew that it was God that was in there. I'm about to get happy now just thinking about it. Hallelujah. I knew it was God that really spoke to him, because he had no clue. He had no clue because he wasn't there. So Bishop, any last words? And we'll just go down the road, and then I want to close out where He Will Provide.
Yes, sir. I want to remind everybody of what God did at the closing of the gathering. He spoke through Quentin Samuels, the journalist. And while he was doing his video thing, he looked at the what do you call this thing behind me? This
The
banner. Looked at, saw glory, items, and gospel. This is what God rearranged it, and it was glory, global, and gospel. I think, but the key word was going from a local, a regional, a national to an international conglomeration, and to be a part of it means that wherever it go, social media wise, y'all are going with it. Stay with the ship, and God better you, because you definitely have something to offer.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's little Pookums.
I just want to say congratulations to you all. You all did the work. You all did your material, and I'm super proud of you all, because you brought everything down and you actually ministered. As they said, it was just one vote in between you and another group, but at the end of the day, you all won and you came out on top. So I say congratulations to you. Now let's do the work with getting the CDs where they need to get to. Getting whatever got to be done. Let's get to it. We're about the work, so we can get on the road, because we're already starting to work on 2022. And generation, I don't know if you told them. So you told them?
I think I did, but go ahead.
Okay, New Generation will be the featured guest for the opening at the gala.
At the gala.
I forgot. I'm sorry, y'all.
At the gala, you will be the featured guest at the gala for 2022 as the winner. So the work have already begun. Let's just do what we need to do in order to get everything that you all want in the working, in the action.
Yes,
I see you already online with your with the Applause Management Company, and I'm telling y'all, he's nothing to sleep on. Nothing to sleep on. When I tell y'all that he makes sure whatever JFS needs on stage and off stage, he's there before we can even say it twice. Once he knows the first time, he already have it into play. And so that even goes for food. He and my chef, they already have it into play. So he's nothing to play with. He does his homework. And what he doesn't know, he's not afraid to tell you that he has a team that helps him. So you're in good hands. So again, congratulations to New Generation. Y'all keep up the good work. And G3, y'all better get ready, because 2020, you heard me, is gonna be.
We sitting on information and it's burning a hole
Yeah.
in my leg because I'm sitting on information that I want to tell everybody, but I gotta wait.
Yeah.
Quentin Simon says, "Hit me up so we can discuss the video screen."
Awesome.
Okay.
So I'm just excited for you guys. If y'all need an extra person in the video, I'm always available.
You know, call me.
Hey,
Go on and come through.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I need some vocals. I need some vocals.
Hey, one thing that Bishop told us when we were leaving out, Bishop Bolton said money can cause a whole lot of different issues. And one thing he said about on stage and off stage with dealing with family, he just basically gave us some nuggets. I can't repeat word for word. He just gave us some nuggets that most people won't say. And we experience it because we are family. But at the end of the day, we plan on keeping God first and staying together so that we can keep doing God's work. But why I say that is this is Antoine Stewart and the New Generations.
No.
I always remember that a family that prays together stays together.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it's something about the power of prayer, which is what we're about to do when we get off live. We have a group Zoom that we do. We basically do it every night, and as soon as we get off of Zoom, we will go ahead on and do it before everybody goes to sleep because I have to be up at 2:40 in the morning.
Wow!
Until my boss gets me on where I need to be. He
right.
knows what I'm talking about. I love you guys.
Don't say that while Bishop is right there.
I love you guys and thank y'all for believing in yourselves to come to G3.
Awesome. Love you too. Thank you.
Love you too.
Well, once again, I wanna congratulate New Generations. When Prophet Giles was saying building bridges to the Bahamas and beyond radio broadcast, you all will definitely be on that, and that's 94.1 Light FM in Brenham. Not only that, you will be on Dove 103.7 FM with Derek Stubbs in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Not only that, your music will go into heavy rotation on Street Legend Nation Radio. Here in San Antonio, the #1 mass media company.
Yeah, they are.
Independent mass media company in San Antonio.
Wow.
Can we just say just right there alone? Wow.
Lord bless you.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me say this, and this will be my closing remark, honey. This will be my closing remark right here. Real quick. I want to take this time to say thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bishop, to Joshua Giles and Lady Giles, to Brother Baker.
Thank you.
I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart, and I tell you, thank you so much just to be a part of this opportunity. Man, God is so awesome, and I am thrilled to have to even known you all.
Yes.
Just to come into contact with connections with you all. I appreciate all of you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and that's on New Generation as well, to just say thank you, even for the wisdom, the guidance, the pushing, even when we trip and slip. Thank you. It means a lot. So I definitely want to say that to you before we get off, and I want to make it known to everybody. Wow. So thank you.
And one last thing for me.
Okay.
Is that publicly, let me say this. I want to give a special thanks to Randy Wells because of the friendship. He's allowed me his platform. He tells me Building Bridges to the Bahamas and Beyond is my platform.
Yeah,
If the music don't come from me, it don't get played.
That's it. He shows
Man,
it.
and that's favor. And I just want to thank you. And because it could have been anybody else.
Yeah.
It could have been anybody else.
Yeah.
He's giving me his platform.
Randy, you heard me? The pastor so rich up. Man, I love that line. If I could put that on the shirt and wear it, I would. Man, you put that on the shirt so I can wear it. But again, and I want to thank Applause Management because they blessed me with something.
Wow.
They surprised me because somebody knew and didn't tell me on the nightly services. But
Else it wouldn't have been a surprise there, Prophet Giles.
So I want to thank Applause Management for just that. It means so much to me. I'm going to hang it up right over in our bedroom because it just means that much to me. And I want to thank you for believing in me, for believing in me and my wife, for believing in the God that I serve. And I just want to thank you all again. Bishop, I love you. You still ain't said nothing back to me. You ain't say you love me. I told him Saturday night, I said, say it. And he said, mm-hmm. But I want to thank you, Bishop, for all that you do, for just being not only my father-in-law, but also being my spiritual father. And I always remember that. I will always take you wherever I go. You already know. I say it privately and publicly. So thank you, wife. You know, we already cried. I don't think I got no tears. But I want to thank you again for all that you have done.
Thank me in a check.
Yeah, Benny Hunter.
Pay me, boy.
To put in my purse.
With Benny Hunter.
My final words is New Generation. Again, congratulations. And if you all need someone to be in the video, call me.
And I wanted to say, last but not least, Bishop, I want to thank you and your family for allowing me to tag along and follow along and be that little puppy that came after y'all. You know, everywhere you know, I love to hear that you were the family that I wanted, not realizing that I had that. You know, we just have to perfect it and just mold it and shape it. But I thank you all so much for allowing me to infiltrate your family, you know, and accept me as a part of your family. I'm so grateful for that. Even when you didn't know me, you just said, yeah, come on in, you know, and I thank you so much for that. I thank you all so much for that. God bless you all.
Absolutely.
I'm blessed to know y'all, believe me. That blessing trickles right on down, right into us. So thank you.
Bless you. All these congratulations.
I mean, coming in. Bishop, any last thing before we go?
Bishop.
that ain't it, Bishop.
Oh, Bishop. I meant to tell y'all keep Bishop in your prayers. He was feeling a little puny this morning. But he preached at Mount Zion this morning. Now, Bishop, in my last words, and I promise these are my last words, I'm acting like a preacher. Anytime you're feeling puny, just call me. I got you.
You know it.
And if you can't reach her, you can call me.
No, see, you can depend on me.
No.
Oh, let me so my last words, because I don't know if they were on here, but when we first started, I was shouting out to Men of Purpose for the awesome job that they did. And I definitely want to try to do some work with them, with New Generation and Men of Purpose, which will be something that nobody have ever done. I don't think two male groups kind of collaborating and coming together to do something. Also doing work with Lady Latrice. I think that's her name. We're gonna collaborate on some songs too, or on a song also. And shout out to the sound guy I was mentioning. I can't remember what's his name again. Dale. If you were on, Mr. Dale. I told them in on programs and on big shows or different things that we've done, the sound guy being extra attentive like you were, is, man, you cannot thank them enough, because without you, the sound would be horrible and we wouldn't be able to hear. We wouldn't be able to convey the message that we're trying to get out, and we would have sounded like trash. So I thank you. I appreciate you. You got my vote anytime that if you doing sound or anybody else, you got my vote.
You, Dale had that ballroom shaking.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, so it was awesome, and Junior Robinson, he can attest. I mean, it was nice. So there's nothing else. I would like to close out, Bishop. Does she have any last words?
The sky ain't the limit. It's beyond that. If you stay faithful and you stay focused, there's no stopping you.
Amen.
Well, there you have it. This year's 2021 G3 Showcase winners, New Generation. Y'all remember the name? Y'all remember the name? Y'all hear me? Y'all remember that name, New Generation, because they are going to be all over the screens on the radio. You make sure that you remember New Generation. They do have a CD out, and I think they have a live CD out as well that you can, because I downloaded both of them on Apple iTunes. And so you can put in New Generation of Houston, Texas, and they will pop up, both the live album, the live singles, and as well the studio project what he will provide. So that's what we're going to end out with. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more information. Also being on the lookout for G3 2022 information. The website will be up here shortly. Just a lot of things happening. I want to give out a lot more information, but I will not, because I promised people that I would not until they came on to say it with me. So without further ado, y'all know how we do. Y'all pray for me. We'll pray for you. And together we'll both keep the devil on the run. As my wife said, if you can get a prayer through. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. Here is New Generation. He will provide. Love y'all, family.
God will provide. Okay, maybe that was for me. But if we serve a mighty God, if we serve a real God, just let me ask you just one more time. Is there anybody in here know that God will provide? Is there anybody in here know that God will? I think we all came from different places of Houston, right? Different parts of Houston, right? And it was nobody but God's grace that kept you on the road while you was driving. You didn't have no car wreck. You didn't have no accident, but you made it here tonight. And so if you don't mind, let's just make the devil mad. Just come on and help me praise the Lord. Anybody know God will provide?